Good afternoon, YouTubers. Pellets. I've been asked about pellets. Loads of people ask me about airgun pellets. What kind of airgun pellets do I get? There's all different ones, spiked ones, sharp ones, round ones, flat ones. Well, the answer to that question is very simple. It depends what you want to shoot at. You will notice that some pellets are cheap and other pellets are quite expensive, and it's all down to weight. They call it grains. A lightweight pellet, for example, will be very cheap, and it's got a flat head, and it'll come out the end of your gun barrel really fast, and it'll slow down really fast as well. It's got a flat head, and it's got all the aerodynamic qualities of a breeze block, hasn't it? If you look at a shuttlecock, if you ever played badminton, they've got the back of the pellet has got this big area of low pressure generator behind it. That's slowing your pellet down as it's flying through the air. So the last thing you want is a big flat front as well, that's slowing you down as it's going through the air. Ideally, you want a bullet. And a bullet, if you look at a 2.2 long rifle bullet, you'll see you can actually buy airgun pellets like that. It's a heavy pellet, it's aerodynamic, it's pointed, and it's got a flat back. And it's relying totally on the gyroscopic stabilization of the rifling in the barrel, and different barrels are rifled to different twists in so many inches, depending on the gun. Now, ideally, I would use a heavyweight pellet. You need a pretty decent gun to fire it in the first place. And you will always leave the barrel slower than a lightweight pellet, for sure. But you don't want it to slow down really quick as it's flying through the air. And if I'm shooting an air gun, I want to find out what the maximum range I can shoot that gun at. So I would use a heavyweight pellet, a heavier pellet the better. But if I'm shooting paper targets at a very close range, it doesn't matter, does it? So you will go for the cheaper pellets with the flat heads, because they punch a nice round hole in a paper target. And you're just practicing, you just cheapies, and it doesn't matter. And so basically what I'm saying to you is it depends what you're shooting at. I mean, if you are shooting to kill rats, you want a heavy pellet. I don't see the advantage of having a hollow point or a flat head, because they are just going to slow themselves down in the air too much, too quick. And you need a 2.2 for killing rats and things like that. And you want a hunting round, so a good heavy round that's going to impact the target. But again, it depends how much power's in your gun. I wouldn't want something that would slow down too quick, for sure. I'd want the heaviest pellet I could get my hands on, really. That's the answer in short. And I can talk about rifling, twist rates and things like that. Which you go into the spec on the rifles, air rifles, it doesn't tell you what the twist rate is. It doesn't talk about it. It's not really that important on close range guns. I mean, you've seen this with BB guns, smoothbore barrels. I don't know why they put rifling in submachine guns. For example, if I was designing a submachine gun, 9mm, I would have a 9mm ball round, so it was just a lead ball in the 9mm cartridge, and it would have a smoothbore barrel, because you want to spray a lot of balls in a very close confined space. You don't need rifling. Why do you need rifling? You only need rifling if you're going over a certain distance, because the bullet will tumble. But when people used to fire musket balls in the old days, they had a dirty great long barrel, and the ball would just fly through the air, and then once it gets past a certain range, there's no accuracy to it because it wanders off. And if you ever look at a golf ball, have you ever wondered why golf balls have got all those dimples in them? Well, that's all those little low pressure areas help the golf ball fly in a straight line. So if you created a lead ball, like a golf ball with loads of little dimples in it, jammed it in the end of a cartridge with a load of gunpowder behind it, and blew it down the barrel, so long as it didn't distort as it was going down the barrel, it would just tumble naturally, and it would go in a straight line up to a limited range, obviously. So if I was inventing or designing a submachine gun, I'd have a smoothbore that fires 9mm lead balls really rapidly, and that would do a shitload of damage at close range, for sure. It's my perception on it anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.